statement. The sleigh ride is over. It looks like Santa Claus has finally gone too far. Sure, he's acting all surprised and confused and hurt by all of the allegations, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. It means he's crossed that line so many times he's forgotten it's wrong. He didn't know he could go too far. After all, hasn't the jolly old elf brought joy to generations of boys and girls the world over? Well, I hate to break this news to you, but it isn't joy that makes those children stop believing in Santa Claus when they hit adolescence. It's fear. How many times have we heard it? There's no Santa Claus! Mommy and Daddy bring us the presents! Well, it's not because they're growing up. It's because they're in the first stages of severe repression. Ask them, where do all the presents come from? Daddy hides them in the attic! How does he know what to bring you? Mommy opens my letters to Santa Claus! How come the radio stations say they spotted 8 tiny reindeer blips coming from the North Pole? A hoax, an incredible hoax. Any psychiatrist will tell you that this kind of irrational denial only comes in the face of a reality too horrible to even think about. The reality that a jolly, fat pervert is coming to town. It's better to believe your own mother is committing a federal crime than to believe in a grotesque, libidinous troll of a man who knows when you are sleeping, who knows when you're awake, who knows how to get into your house, into your room. And he knows that no matter what he does to you, you won't tell. It's because the world will not believe you. It's your word against his. Molested? By the man who brought you that nice dolly you always wanted? I don't think so. You better watch out or he'll think you're a bad little girl and next year you'll get hole in your stocking. So they don't say anything. And they try to convince themselves that it didn't happen. It didn't happen. But that doll ends up broken by the dinner time on Christmas Day. And children cry on the happiest day of the year. It's all becoming clear now, isn't it? And the rape of Vixen is going to be the turning point in his legacy of perversion, because you can talk about all the good deeds and tradition and holiday spirit and Santa's work with children and his merry disposition, and he seems like such a nice fellow. And none of that answers this one question. Why would Vixen lie? What does she have to gain? She is one of the 8 highest-ranking reindeer in the world. She has sacrificed her family, her husband Victor to this job, and now all of a sudden she's going to put her career on the line? Not even on the line. She's thrown it away. The conservative press will make sure she never works again. After all these years, she's thrown her career away. For what? A prank? PMS? No. She is standing up to him because what Santa Claus did to her is wrong and the world needs to know it. A reindeer has a right to her own body. Why are we treated like livestock? Why do we make the Christmas run wearing nothing but leather straps and jingle balls? It's not how I dress in everyday life. Why, when I'm being harnessed to the sled, are the toy maker's elves trying to feel me up? They don't have hormones. They don't have penises. They do it because they've seen Santa do it and they think it's cool. It's not just him. Why can't I walk through a herd of bucks during mating season without feeling like a piece of venison? Why do some people send me fan mail that is so obscene it should just say, Dear Blitzen's vagina on top. Because they're not talking to me. Why? Why? Santa Claus has to be punished. Because that way, that will tell the world that when a doe says no, it means no. And when she says wait, it still means no. And when she says yes, well, this year she's saying no. No to Santa Claus, no to Christmas, no to pretending like nothing happened. This Christmas Eve, if Santa is sitting in that sleigh full of toys, then it's not going up. I will not fly, Cupid will not fly, Vixen will not fly. Dasher can pull the damn thing up by himself if he wants to, but the rest of us will not fly. And it's going to be a sorry Christmas morning for anyone who thinks that this kind of thing can just be overlooked. Yes, I am angry. Yeah, if that had been me in Santa's toy shop, I would have hoofed him right in the jolly old elf. He'd be ho, ho, ho and a few octaves up if it were me. And I still think that's a viable option. Neuter Claus would be a lot easier to work with on those cold winter nights. So yes, there will be criminal charges. And don't talk to me about the institution of Santa Claus, because the institution doesn't feel. An institution doesn't suffer. An institution doesn't have to look in the mirror and see how pain has changed its victim's face. The victim does. And no matter how much good Santa Claus has done in the world, it's not as much as you think. There are still third world countries we don't visit. And why is that? Because it cuts costs and nobody cares. If Santa doesn't visit Cambodia, Pakistan, Black South Africa, who's going to complain? Oh, but send in the UN troops and he'll be there in a heartbeat. Ho, 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 CNN! No matter how much good Santa Claus has done, it does not justify ruining anybody's life. And if you still think I'm overreacting because I'm a woman, then go ask Vixen yourself. No, wait, don't. Go ask Rudolph. He won't talk. He won't tell you what caused his relapse. But you can look at him, standing there in his padded cell, mumbling to his invisible friends, babbling about mistletoe and penises, and crying. And then tell me he shouldn't be stopped. So if we can't make this holiday safe for children, then no, I don't care if we ever have Christmas again.